Hello, this is a short video just to explain how to upgrade the headband on this PF33 ESM Pureflo helmet with the new quick release headband. Now, just turning the helmet over, you can see the existing headband in there, and then over here you can see the new headband that's going in, the two supports for that headband, 8 screws, and what you will need in terms of tools, which is a flathead screwdriver, a crosshead screwdriver, and a pair of thin nose pliers. Now, stage 1 is simply to look at inside the helmet here, and as you've used these helmets before, you know that there are 8 retaining screws holding them in. You need the crosshead screwdrivers to undo these. I undid them earlier to make this a little bit quicker for you. So once they're undone, just pull the headband to one side, take it out and discard it. Now, looking inside the helmet, you can see that we still have the 2 battery holders. Now, these holders won't be required in the future as the battery terminals go onto the new holders. So what we have to do is just replace those. So let's just take those out again using the crosshead screwdriver. That's one. Get that off. And the other side here. Okay, so pulling them out now of the helmet, you see you've got the battery terminals which are affixed to the battery holders. Now that we have the battery holders and terminals out, you can see them quite clearly, we have to pull these tabs off and put them onto the new holders. So first of all, we identify which holder we want. This one is the left hand side, this one is the right hand side. Now of course when the helmet's upside down as it is, we're just in reverse there, so we just hold this one up, know it's the right hand side one, and then just to make sure everything's okay, we'll just place it over the terminals, over the screw points. So if we put that up there, line it up there, we can see that it fits in nice and smoothly. Incidentally, at this point, notice that the CPU cable has to go in between the second lug, or the first lug it actually attaches to, and be nice and free. So just make sure that's nice and free before you do the screw up. Okay, having got to that position, we'll pull it out. We know it's the right way around. And just to save any confusion, because these 2 wires are different, one is a grey and one is grey marked with a black stripe. At this point we need to remove the battery contacts, and sometimes it's easier just to get a screwdriver in behind and twist so it turns sideways like so. Well, that's got them both loosened off, but rather than take them both off together, what we're going to do now is make sure we've got the right hand one here, which is the one we've selected, and we're going to pull the top terminal off like so, just pulling it out, and then we're going to place that in position. So it just pushes on with a part of the tab underneath and the other part on top, push it home, and you'll notice there's a little cutout, and that's where it must be positioned over so it's in the right spot. Then we can simply go back, remove the other unit, other tab, okay, and then we push the wire in of the front one, move it over so we can get it onto the slot, and then push it into position like so. Make sure it's in that little recessed area again, and now that's done. So that's side 1 done. Now at this stage we can just present that up to the lugs again. Just remember to lift that cable up and then put the first screw in, just so we're holding it in place. Then repeat on the other side. So now we're going to be taking this one off and doing the same thing by removing the tabs and putting them on here. It's important to note that we've got 4 tabs and we've got 4 slots underneath, and the same on the other side. Now what will happen is when we put the headband in there, we can adjust it forward or backward depending on the person's head size. Now we're going to take the new headband, and notice on here we have 2 tabs and we have 2 slots. Now when we put this in, obviously the bottom tab is going to go into the slots, and then on the top we've got to make sure these slots go over the tabs in here. So a little bit of jiggling to start with, but if we just put the whole harness in at about the right height, and then this is the tricky bit to see, but if you look down you can put the bottom tabs into the back 2 holes. We've done that, and then we line up the top 2 holes on the top 2 tabs, push down like so, and then we just click it into position, and that's it. And then do the reverse on this side here. So I'll pull this out a little bit and you can see that we've got the 4 holes, we've got the 2 tabs. We've decided to put the tabs in the back hole, so we make sure that slots in there nicely like that. Then we just lean the whole headband back so that it goes over the top tabs, and then we push it down into position, and once it's down there, click it away. Now if you like, this is the very exciting part about the new headband. Instead of having to take 8 screws out and have to play around trying to move it backwards and forwards, all we have to do with this one is pull out the tabs, or pull them in towards the center, and then you lift out the whole head harness. Now there is another video which shows people how to get the correct fit, so at this point I'll leave it now. We've upgraded the unit to have the new headgear, and from now on it will be much easier to hygienically clean the whole unit. The whole unit is made of plastic and stainless steel. It can be put into a delicates bag, put into the washing machine altogether, and then when it comes out again just clip it back into the helmet.